Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. When you get back into more Amberlynn Reid content. Guys, it looks like I'm out of the job. Amber's started doing reaction channel videos now, so we're gonna have to get into it and see how good she is, shall we?
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This is the first video of the Reactlyn series. So I have no idea how this is gonna go down.
Oh, we all know what you're gonna do. You're gonna justify your bad actions, and then people are gonna talk shit about you in the comments.
But so many people are like, girl, just react to some videos. And I don't know what to react to. So I went to Instagram and asked you guys, what do you want to see? And you guys gave me so many ideas. I got a cute little journal out and I wrote down at least 30 ideas. Like there's so many. But I figured I would start off with the video that I feel like altered my YouTube experience and like the way people view me.
I could think of two videos in particular. One is the Rain and Petals eavesdrop, and the other is where she goes on that rant about how everyone's a piece of shit.
It's a video that I uploaded 9 years ago on August 5th, 2016. The video is called Confessing Everything I've Lied About. So I remember that the reason why I filmed that video is because I saw another YouTuber do a Confessing Everything I Lied About, and their audience was so like understanding and like gracious. And I was like, I need to do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet they're a good person who probably hasn't done very bad things, and the stuff that they lied about is probably minor stuff that has no real impact on other people. You, on the other hand, have lied about very serious subjects and have done very serious things. So, like, it's two very different people.
Because I wanted to be accountable. I was like holding a lot of guilt.
Yeah, Amber, don't even try that. You saw someone else getting ass pats and you wanted the same thing, and you hoped that you'd get the same reaction, but you didn't.
And instead of my audience reacting in the same way that that other YouTuber's audience did, it actually backfired on me. And
that's an interesting choice of words, because you taking accountability for you lying shouldn't be about people appreciating you. It's about you doing the right thing and admitting you lied. So if you get criticism, it is deserving and not being backfired on.
ever since then, like, I've been known as the girl who lied and the girl who continues to lie.
Because you did lie, and you still lie to this day, so therefore you're known as a liar.
Even though, since from that point, I've made sure to be honest and transparent, even in times where I did not want to be.
So you're telling me right now you have not lied on camera for the past 9 years, not a single time. So if we go through your entire 9-year history from this point onwards, we will never find a single lie. Yeah, I don't believe you.
Have I been perfect? No. I am human, but I'm also a YouTuber who shares a lot, but I'm still trying to hold on to so much privacy that sometimes the lines are blurred.
You know you can keep something private by just not talking about it instead of lying about it, right? And if you don't want to talk about it, don't film it and don't post it on the internet. It's that simple.
Anyways, let's like get into this reaction.
I knew that coming onto YouTube, I was going to need to protect myself. I knew also I was gonna get a lot of backlash. Backlash hurts sometimes.
Honestly, if you're a kind, genuine person, you won't really have to worry about it too much. There's only going to be a handful of people who are going to criticize you, and that's mostly just trolls who have nothing better to do with their life. You being a bad person is going to increase that hate or increase the criticism in which you get. So most of it is completely on you. And the fact that you knew you're going to get so much hate, well, maybe that was a precursor for you not to start a YouTube channel.
Unless you're a YouTuber who has a pretty decent following and they get a lot of haters, I don't think you'd understand.
Honestly, even as a small YouTuber, I get a little bit of hate, and it's really nothing. Like, at the end of the day, it's a hate comment. It's not going to hurt me in any way, and if anything, I'm just going to mind my own business and just move on. And I say not my own business because at the end of the day, someone else's negative opinion of me is not my problem, it's theirs, so it is what it is.
You know, genuinely right here, I look so innocent. I sound so innocent.
Yeah, that's why they say looks can be deceiving.
And I was getting a lot of hate at that time, but that girl right there had no idea what was coming for her.
Yeah, you're right about that. Like, all of your ex-friends, partners, and even family members are coming out to expose you.
Just imagine yourself like at school and you get bullied by everyone in class. It hurts, it does. And I feel like a lot of the time you need to protect yourself to prevent backlash. But no matter if I protect myself or if I don't, it's gonna happen. And
see right there where I was saying, like, sometimes you have to protect yourself. I remember wanting to protect myself and the people around me because the hate was rising. It was getting worse.
Yeah, and why was that, Amber? Was there particular reasons why you were getting so much hate? Probably, maybe, definitely.
And trust me, I was bullied in school. I very much was.
Let's not forget, Amber, you were also a bully, and you admitted to cyberbullying people and also breaking other people's property, such as their glasses. You know, the thing that helps them see.
But I was bullied by like a handful. And now all of a sudden, I was being bullied by hundreds. I think I was just becoming overwhelmed.
This also doesn't really make all that much sense, because if you're getting so much hate that you need to protect yourself and protect other people by lying, why would you come out and admit that you were lying about those things?
And I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about. This is really hard. I'm not a liar.
I have to admit to things that I lied about, but I'm not a liar. Yeah, you know who says that, Amber? A liar.
I was protecting my feelings as much as I could.
It's funny you only say yours and not, you know, your loved ones, your friends, your family, your partner, just you.
I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself online for a reason, to speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am. And it's like, I still felt like there were certain things that I needed to kind of hide away.
And I do feel like that's okay.
No, it isn't. When you lie about who you truly are, people are not going to believe you, and now you are untrustworthy, so now you have to deal with that. And you constantly saying that it's okay to portray yourself as something you're not? No, it isn't. It's not okay. That's not... I don't understand how she can say these things and not understand the correlation of why people are mad about it, because you are portraying yourself a certain way, and that is not who you truly are as a person.
Like, I absolutely agree with myself back then.
Yeah, of course you do, Amber, because you're a narc. You're incapable of self-reflection.
I wanted to be open and transparent and share my life, but like, there was also another side of me where I was like, I need to protect some things.
Then you don't film it and put it on the internet, instead of filming it, lying about it, and then putting it on the internet.
And in doing so, it led me to lie, which then led me to make this video. And it's like, I don't even remember the things I lied about. So let's keep watching.
So then you don't actually care about what you did, because if you did, you would remember the lies in which you told.
Trust me, there's a lot of things about me that you guys have no idea about. But it's like, if I bring something up or whatever, or you guys see something, like, I shouldn't lie. I guess maybe ignore the situation. I really don't know.
Sadly, I have learned that even ignoring a situation, shit still gets hectic.
Well, that's what happens when you're a liar and also a public figure. You're going to have a tumultuous relationship with your audience, and they're going to see why you don't want to talk about certain things. They're going to find out the reason why, and then they're going to expose it.
Some people believe that withholding information equals lying, but I don't see it that way.
It depends on the reason why you're withholding information. If you're doing it to not get into trouble, then yeah, it's understandable why you're going to get into trouble when people find out about it.
When you're sharing your life on YouTube, sometimes you want to withhold things. Like, you still want to have like your privacy bubble. And I feel like that frustrates a lot of people, but it shouldn't. I think every YouTuber or reality star, whoever it may be, should only share what they are comfortable with.
There is a difference between you keeping a private matter private and you hiding something to not get into trouble, Amber. Like, the fact that you're 34 and can't distinguish the difference between the two is highly concerning. And we know the reason why is because you only hide things when you don't want to get into trouble.
I do have a list of things I want to talk about.
Your girl has always been a list maker. Still am.
Yeah, you're also still a massive twat.
So the first thing, some of these you guys might not care about or whatever, but the reason why we moved to Kentucky, I said it's because Destiny wanted to be there for her mom. I said we wanted to take care of her. I think I might have said that in a vlog. I don't know why, but it's not the truth.
Because you're a compulsive liar who perceives any imperfection as unacceptable. Like, that's all it is. You were having relationship problems with Destiny, and you had to lie in order to keep up appearances.
We were just tired of Florida, honestly. I mean, mainly Destiny was, how do I word this without like saying too much, but you know, you get my drift.
I mean, it's simple. Destiny missed her family. She wanted to move closer because she knew the relationship with you was not going to work out.
Her mainly, she just felt kind of like it was time to move on from Florida. You know, some things were happening that she just wasn't happy about.
Mainly her relationship with you.
Okay, Amberlynn, this lie confuses me because I feel like it would have been easier for me to just straight up be like, Destiny wants a new start somewhere else. I don't know why I had to like say something that wasn't true.
Again, it just comes down to the fact that your relationships are not as strong as you say they are, and you try to wish it away by lying and trying to keep up appearances.
That's a little weird, gotta admit.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys will consider that a lie or not, but it's something I've said that, you know, I wasn't 100% like truthful about.
Even in a video about taking accountability for lying, she can't accept the fact that she lied. Like, yes, that is 100% a lie.
So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a while ago though.
Oof, the aunt situation. I was not expecting this.
Honestly, I have to say that my reaction career is not going anywhere because Amber sucks at reactions.
This was probably, I don't know, it was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat. I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her and my cousins regarding that video. I had no idea they were gonna see it. I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube anymore.
Yeah, this says a lot about you, Amber, because if you have to wait for someone to no longer watch you for you to talk shit about them, like, you're just two-faced.
That is a true statement. I did not know that she watched all my videos. And I will say, when I did upload the "my aunt doesn't speak to me anymore because I'm fat" video, I genuinely, at the time, that's like genuinely how I felt. But that doesn't mean that it's true.
Yeah, no shit. Who would have thought the professional victim isn't actually a victim?
Or anything. And they were greatly offended. But at the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like blaming my weight on everything was just like the easiest way to go.
Okay, taking accountability. A round of applause, round of applause.
Yeah, well, except, hold on, you decide to double down a little bit later by saying, well, it's because of the hurt I brought on them, I guess, meaning that you don't actually believe that your actions are the reason why people stop talking to you.
I'm not gonna lie, no pun intended, but I'm not gonna lie, I still do that now. I blame my weight on a lot of things.
And the fact that you can admit that 9 years later proves that you have not changed and you are still the same person that you used to be. Also, you have not taken accountability because part of being accountable for your actions is becoming a better person and stopping the things that you used to do that made you a bad person.
And sometimes it's things that like don't even make sense and aren't really justified.
It's hard. Like, I have a weight issue and I have, you know, mental issues that cause, you know, me to be bigger. You don't just get this big for no reason.
Yeah, this would be a great time for you to jump in and say, actually, Amber, just because you have those issues does not mean as a person you're allowed to lie about other people.
It just doesn't work that way. Like, of course, you can get, you know, overweight. That's normal. But to become so morbidly obese, there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier.
And truly, back then, I did a lot of clickbait. And I think also titling my video that was very like eye-catching, and I knew that people would want to watch.
Well, so much for taking accountability, apparently.
There's more to me than my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, you know, relationship. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person. And that's the truth. And it's really not has anything to do with my weight. At the time, I felt like that. Sometimes I still do. I really don't know.
It's kind of crazy to me that like I am taking a lot of accountability and I feel myself being super vulnerable in this video.
And yet 30 seconds ago, you were regressing and taking accountability 9 years later. Like, absolutely nothing has changed with this woman. Nothing at all. I mean, her weight has changed, but that's it.
And I'm genuinely admitting to things that, like, I know at the time I did not want to admit to. Like, being that vulnerable, sometimes it's really embarrassing. And I felt a lot of shame there, and I kind of feel it now.
Girl, please, if you were really ashamed of your weight, you wouldn't be thirst trapping on TikTok and dating feeders.
I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would stay in my life. I know that sounds so fucking strange, but
Wow, that is crazy behavior. So back then, I displayed a BPD symptom.
Yeah, of course. Of course the BPD would show up. You know, there's that accountability.
A BPD symptom that I also still struggle with, but I'm telling you, my early 20s, I was so bad with that. So what it is when you feel like you're being abandoned by someone that you really care about, you go to like extreme lengths to try to get them not to abandon you. And me admitting that I would tell my aunt fibs just so she wouldn't leave my life is really sad to hear.
All right, Amber, there you go. You can admit it. You're a terrible person. You lie and manipulate to keep people in your life.
Like, that is genuinely like, damn girl, you have been struggling for far too long.
Yeah, no, I think what you mean to say is you've been lying, manipulating, and abusing for too long.
And I know I'm not perfect now in 2025, but like the Amberlynn back then, 9 years ago, she didn't know all of the knowledge that I know now about BPD.
All the knowledge you have omitted and gained and yet not have put into practice.
It doesn't make those things right or okay, but like looking back and now having an explanation is just like, whew.
Justification.
Whoa.
I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is, no, my aunt, you know, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of the issues I brought upon her, I guess.
You gotta love the accountability, right? Like the eye roll, and then on top of that, yeah, you know, oh, like, I guess it was my actions that caused her to not want to be interacting with me anymore, like, whatever, I guess.
And if she's watching this, I am so sorry, and I really just, I wish I could change.
Then go to therapy and change, but I'm gonna guess current Amberlynn is gonna jump in any second now and try to defend it.
Who I am as a person.
If you really want to change, Amber, go to therapy and do better. Like, turn off the waterworks and stop trying to play the victim. Like, you're not a victim in this situation, you're a manipulator and an abuser. But current Amberlynn is going to jump in any second now and say, you know, she was so vulnerable and it makes me so sad that, you know, I tried to do this on camera and, like, people hated me for it.
That breaks my heart to see myself like that, because I know that I was struggling and I didn't understand why I was the way I was in any regard. And it's like, now as a 34-year-old woman, I was literally 25 then. I was just in my mid-20s. I had no idea why I was the way I was. So being able to kind of like figure that out now, like, I feel bad that I've let down that girl from 9 years ago because I didn't do it sooner, but I'm also glad that I'm doing it now.
You are still the same person, Amber. You are justifying your actions with BPD right now, currently. You have not changed. You are still the same person.
Because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me, it really does.
Yeah, and what about them, Amber? They wanted to have a relationship with you and you ruined that for them. You did that to them and you're crying about yourself.
The next thing is my weight. I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like very into like telling you guys my weight.
Well, Becca's already admitted that you will make up numbers, so therefore you are a liar, you have lied, and we don't want to hear it.
I haven't really been 100% honest about that, because whenever someone asks me, you know, oh, she's gaining weight or whatever, I always just say I'm losing. I don't know. I don't need the backlash.
So I do understand myself back then. Like, I understand why I would say that, because I was not used to the hate. I was not used to the backlash. Now, I don't care if you guys know how much I've gained, how much I've lost, how much I'm maintaining. Like, obviously, because I'm used to the backlash. I'm used to the hate. But back then, like, I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want you guys to know, but I should have just ignored it. I shouldn't have lied. I shouldn't have led you guys astray thinking I was losing weight when I wasn't. That's not okay. And that has definitely made it to where it's hard for you guys to believe me now, which I understand that, but it was 9 years ago.
Yeah, except there is no buts because you have not changed it as a person. You lied then, you lied now, so no one believes you. You can't just go, well, that was 9 years ago. So what? You've lied earlier than that. You've lied later than that. You've lied only a few days ago for all we know. It doesn't matter because you have lied, you have created that label, and now no one believes you.
Since that video, I can tell you, I have never lied about my weight since.
Not what Becca said.
At all. I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not hate me for. I don't know how to explain it, but I can 110% say I've never been 500 pounds. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, she's 500 pounds, she's about to be 650 pounds. Like, this has never happened.
I was absolutely being honest there. And a lot of people even think now, like, oh, you've been 600 pounds. Oh, you're 650 right now. Oh, you're 700. People have always crazily overestimated like how much I actually weigh.
I'll say it 100%. I believe 100% you have seen the scale say 600 at one point. I am also going to cut out the next part because Amber does talk about Destiny, and honestly, I don't want to hear what Amber has to say about her because, frankly, she has asked you not to talk about her, and that's all that really matters.
Okay, so something else I've lied about is the job I had in Florida. I told you guys that I was a PCA worker at a assisted living facility full-time, and I wasn't. I was a PCA worker at assisted living facility, but I was not full-time.
You guys, I miss that job so much. That is by far my favorite job that I've ever had.
Yeah, because you did nothing while constantly annoying the shit out of people.
It was so rewarding, and the people I met were absolutely amazing. So I would go in there on my days off. Me and Destiny would go in there on our days off, and I would do a lot of volunteering. I even did it on days where Destiny wasn't working because I genuinely enjoyed being there and being with the residents. So I think the reason why I was like, yeah, I work full time is because I did go there during a full-time shift, because when Destiny was working, because we worked together, I would also go there with her.
Yeah, because you did nothing while constantly annoying the shit out of people.
I don't know why I couldn't have like literally just said that though. Like, I don't know why I had to say that I like worked full time. I should have just said I have a part-time job, but I am there full time.
No, what you should say is, I work part-time, but I do a full day shift. Different.
I worked 4 hours. It started off 4 hours a day for 3 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 4 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 5 days, and then eventually I was 4 hours a day for 6 days, and then I started covering a lot of other just random shifts, like 8-hour shifts, and I did a 16-hour shift one time.
I was gonna say, like, a 4-hour shift is not a full day, like, not even close.
I'm telling you, that 16-hour shift was rough. I was there the whole day and then the whole night, and then I had to wake up the residents, change their depends, and shower some of them, and I was like half asleep. I was like, this is the first time I've ever done this, like a 16-hour shift. But honestly, still such a rewarding job no matter how tired I was.
I'm sorry, I just don't believe that for a second. Also, don't you need some sort of qualification? Like, I feel like you would need some sort of qualification to take care of the elderly, the sick, the disabled, children. Like, you need to have something, right? Like, that's something in America to allow you to do that?
I was part-time. I was always on call.
No, Destiny was always on call because you couldn't drive.
But I was part-time. I lied to you guys and said I was a full-time.
If you're going to take accountability, can you do it without breaking into tears every single time? Like, the crocodile tears aren't cute.
Because I felt so guilty about my life in Florida. I mean, my life in Virginia. Sorry, I've lived so many places, I don't even know anywhere. Okay. I felt so guilty about my life in Virginia. I lived with my ex-girlfriend for almost 4 years without a job, and I lived off of her parents. And
all right, so here I feel like I'm just making excuses for the lie that I told, because the excuse doesn't even make sense. Like, I should have been proud of the fact that I even got a part-time job after spending so many years without a job. Like, I should have been proud of that, but instead it's almost like I felt ashamed, which is really weird.
Your lie also doesn't make any sense in itself, because if you felt guilty about being reliant on other people, you would get a job in order to either pay them back or be stable on your own. You lying about being stable on your own doesn't make any sense, because it doesn't do anything other than create a false appearance to your subscribers.
I got a lot of beef because of that online, and a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't have a job at the time and this and that. So I wanted you guys to be proud of me, and I didn't want you guys to think I was some helpless person. And I thought by saying I had a full-time job that it would make me seem like some freaking awesome person, and really it didn't.
Oh my god, like, who would have thought you lying about being something doesn't actually make you said thing? Like, that's absolutely crazy.
I don't know why I lied about that. Besides the point is I almost needed confirmation from other people that I was capable to be in this world.
Validation. Validation is the word I was looking for. I felt like I needed validation from other people. I felt like people would think that a part-time job isn't as good as a full-time job. But Amberlynn, it was good enough. I just wish you believed it then.
Honestly, yeah, like, a part-time job is still a part-time job. If you're going to support yourself with some sort of income by working, hell yeah, like, I can always appreciate that. And I don't like agreeing with her, but I actually do.
Why do I live off of everybody? Why can't I just support myself?
I mean, we all know the reason, Amber. You're a certain type of creature that feeds off of other people, and I'm not talking about vampires. Parasites.
I did not want to live off of Destiny. And when I was living in Florida at the beginning, I did not make enough money on YouTube. I lied about that. I did not make enough money on YouTube to support us at all.
And again, you did that because you didn't want to accept the fact that people were right.
Now I will say YouTube income is incredible, and I'm so grateful for you guys because it really helps. It doesn't just help me, but it helps Destiny, and it helps her mom when she needs something. And I want to be that person. I'm so tired of just living off other people. I got so used to it.
Because I was in foster care.
Being a foster care kid. Like, because I was in foster care for so many years of my life, and I lived with so many families and group homes. And
yeah, I'm going to stop you right here, because I got friends who were either adopted, who were either fostered, or who were kicked out of their home because they were gay or the trans, or because their viewpoints didn't match their family's viewpoints. They had to struggle on their own, but made it because they worked their asses off. You don't do that because you expect other people to take care of you.
Children's shelters that I was so used to just relying on other people, and I didn't want to do that in Florida, and I had a moth on my head. That's cute. Just then, if you guys rewind and go look at that. I wanted to change when I moved to Florida, and you know, I knew the only job I could possibly get was working with Destiny, because not a lot of people want an obese girl. They don't.
What has this got to do with you lying? Because you lying about supporting yourself doesn't change the fact that you don't support yourself.
And I'm very grateful for, you know, I have a job here. I haven't yet started because they haven't yet contacted me yet, which is a bunch of BS. If you ask me, this is a big process. And like, YouTube is a job right now. It's reliable income, and it's a lot of income, and I'm appreciating it so much. Like, I don't even need a job outside of YouTube, but I feel like because of all those years that I didn't have a job while living in Virginia, that I need a job. I need to pay back. I need to, it's like a whole thing, but I just wanted you guys to know. Anyway.
Well, you can start off by paying back Beck.
Sounds to me like I had a lot of guilt for not having a job while living in Virginia.
That is still not a justification for you lying. Like, you lying about having a job doesn't make it true. Like, my God. And the fact that Amber is trying to justify it 9 years later just proves that she has not changed.
And I think maybe like that's why like in the recent years I have been so giving, like giving money and buying people gifts and buying people things. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're buying love, which maybe that's a huge part of it too.
No, that's exactly it. Like, you're not attractive to most people, so therefore you got to pay for attention. And you can say that I'm being fatphobic, but it's not just your physical appearance, it's your mental and emotional appearance too. Like, you are very unstable, you're very abusive, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and you refuse to get help, so you are seen as unattractive by most people.
Something else I've lied about is my blood pressure. On several occasions, I have said I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have this or that, whatever. All of that is true besides the blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but I have borderline high blood pressure.
Maybe the diabetes, because like some people can be morbidly obese and just not get it. Like, there are just some lucky people out there, but the high cholesterol and high blood pressure, oh, 100%.
Where it's like semi-high, it's not high enough for me to take a pill, but it is there.
This is another example of like, I just should have ignored it. I can understand not wanting to like tell people like medical stuff, but instead of saying like, I don't have high blood pressure, just like never talk about the topic.
Or, and just hear me out, Amber, you can just tell the truth.
And just an update on that, I still don't have diabetes, I still don't have pre-diabetes, but I still do have borderline high blood pressure. But it's never been to the point of like doctors wanting to put me on medication.
Which honestly is a miracle, because how? Just how?
And it's a little scary, let's be real. I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Sorry, I had to.
That's another moment that went viral. And I also was noticing while I'm watching this, why am I so whiny? Like, I'm giving whiny?
Oh no, 100% Amber, you're definitely giving LBS.
Fuck me. Like, damn.
Not if you're the last two people on Earth.
Excuse me, Amberlynn, what'd you just say?
Excuse my language if you're young.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's not the first time you say that around children.
I wanted people to think I was healthy, even though I have unhealthy written all over me. Like, this is not good. People think I'm promoting obesity, and I'm not. I'm just trying to promote, like, love yourself no matter what, while you're trying to better yourself. But it's like, don't be this person.
If you are lying about your health and saying that you're perfectly healthy at that weight while you're not, you are to a point promoting it, because you're saying, well, I'm healthy at this weight, so therefore other people can also be healthy at this weight. You're lying about your health issues, so not actively, promoting it, but you are lying, which can give people the idea that it's okay to be that weight.
I still agree with that. Like, I will never promote morbid obesity, obviously. Like, I am just a human existing. And I'm also trying to show that, like, you can love yourself and be confident, all while trying to improve.
Except you're not wanting to improve or even trying to improve, but continue.
Like, I don't think that anyone should be this size and be okay with that. Like, there's a difference. But back to what I was saying about like wanting people to think I was healthy. Like, I get that, because there's such a stigma on like bigger bodies mean worse health.
Yeah, the stigma's there for a reason, because it does make you unhealthy, in the same way that being underweight also makes you unhealthy. And just because some people may be physically okay because they are overweight or underweight, doesn't mean generally most people are. Like, the exception doesn't make the rule, and just because some people may also be in a healthy weight range and unhealthy, doesn't make those two things any less true.
And honestly, it's true. Statistically, it is true. Yes, skinny people have heart attacks, skinny people have diabetes, skinny people, but bigger people are more prone to these things.
Not to mention the extra weight can also affect how the disease works and make it even worse.
Like, it's not good. And I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, cholesterol or whatever in a while. So I don't know. But I can safely say that, like, if I eat a lot of sugar or whatever, like, I don't feel any differently. So I want to assume I don't have diabetes, but I'm just purely assuming, you guys. I really don't know.
That is also a lie too. You can't assume something and spread it around as if it is the truth. And even if it does turn out to be the truth, that doesn't make what you did any less wrong.
This last one kind of goes hand in hand. Why I don't vlog as much. versus why do I ride a scooter in Walmart and why do I sit in the car when Destiny goes in the store a lot? It's because I can't breathe. No.
Yeah, I don't think that's funny for the, 500-pound girl to say that she can't breathe while walking.
I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything is hard. People ask if showering is hard. Yes.
So in this video that I'm actually reacting to, at the time I was living in Destiny's mom's house, and the shower that she had was like this old-fashioned, like small tub that like was on feet, and it was so tall and like the feet were so small that every single day I had to take like a shower outside of the shower. Showering at that time was like virtually impossible, or like a normal shower. Like I made sure to clean my body almost every single day.
I can definitely emphasize for people who can't shower because they don't have access to the resources, or because they are disabled and they're not able to, they need someone to care for them. Completely understand, completely agree that people should not be made fun of that because of it. You don't have a reason, Amber. You really don't. You've had multiple chances to lose weight. In fact, you have had 20 plus years to do so. Hell, even 30 plus years to do so.
But like I never stepped in the shower, and to wash my hair, I had to like put my head down and like wash it that way, like in the tub. It was rough. It was hard. It was embarrassing.
So do you guys want to hear an embarrassing story about me showering? This is, oh god, this is a bad one. So typically, I live alone other than having Banjo with me, so I don't lock the door when I shower because, like, I have no real reason to. And so I was in the middle of showering, and I also had a couple friends over for a movie marathon, and we have a handle that's a push-down one and not like a doorknob where you could turn. And since I had forgotten to lock the door, I didn't really think of it too much, but Banjo decided to get on his hind legs and push the lever down and open the door up. And since the bathroom is on like a corridor to the bedrooms, it's directly on the corner, so it leads to the kitchen and the lounge room. Everyone saw me in the middle of showering because it was a glass shower that was completely open. And so I had to step out of the shower to close the door while everyone is staring at me. It was a whole situation.
People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me.
Oh, so she did actually admit that. Like, I remember there was kind of debate whether or not she can wear a seatbelt, and Destiny did say that the belt that Amber would say was broken wasn't actually broken. So I don't remember if Amber ever decided to do like a reaction video, or maybe have some sort of like argument against Destiny saying like, no, it actually was broken, like it could fit.
People ask if going up the stairs is hard. Yes. People ask, why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart? Not only is it my foot, that is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar, whatever. I have not gone to a doctor for it.
I do understand what she means, and I know the layman's term for it. It's called policeman's foot. Basically, the bottom of your feet get injured, and it's like a sharp, direct pain that can go all the way up your leg.
But it's also because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. And
hands down, that is my favorite thing about losing weight, is the fact that I can get from point A to point B, especially when I'm doing my job, very quickly now, and I don't have to worry about getting as winded as I used to.
God, I would do anything to be able to vlog how I want to, but I feel like the only reason why, what am I trying to say? I feel like the only time I vlog is when I'm sitting, or when I have air, like even just sitting here, like sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath, and it's because of my weight, and I know you guys see it too, and like
hashtag relatable girl, because I still struggle with that. I have gone through waves where my stamina has been worse and then better and then worse and then better again. My stamina then at the age of 25 is probably very similar to how my stamina is now, but the only difference is I actually push myself to do more.
Yeah, and you know what can help with that, Amber? You going on a diet, staying away from the candy bars, and stop drinking soda. Drink some water for once.
There's times where I'm like, where I am in the store, like I do go in the store, like I don't just not. There are times where I'm in there and I want to show you guys something cool, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to talk because I can barely breathe because I'm standing and walking, and it's really embarrassing.
As I was describing that, I think it made me realize that my stamina is actually better than it was then, because I vlogged while I was in Target recently, and I was up walking in there for like 2 hours.
Let's not forget you were also grocery shopping and using a cart the other day.
I used to not be that person, and moving to Florida really messed with me. It really truly did. It made me so much worse off physically.
Ooh, girl, and it's only gonna get worse. And that actually makes me really sad because pretty soon you're gonna have a moment in your life. It's only gonna be about 6 months long, but you're gonna be like low-key bedbound.
Amber, who are you kidding? One, it wasn't 6 months, and two, you weren't low-key bedbound.
I wish I could just go back to that time or even prior to, like when I was in Virginia, and I wish I could have just like stayed on my weight loss journey, like genuinely.
Are you trying to say that unironically because you gave up your weight loss journey the other day?
I think that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I feel like so many people are gonna be yelling and mad, and the comments are gonna be harsh, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to read the comments.
Yep, girl, this video made a lot of people mad, and still 9 years later, people bring up this very video. And still, if I could go back in time, I would still film it. Because I remember after I filmed it, like a weight just like came off of me. It made it to where people didn't trust me anymore, which definitely fucking sucked.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of people didn't trust you back then, so now you just had more people that don't trust you.
But I no longer was guilty, and I no longer was lying to my audience.
Again, Amber, you're using past tense. That's not right.
That was a lot. I did take accountability, but I also had a lot of like weird random excuses and like whiny behavior that I was not jiving with.
So what you mean to say is that you didn't actually take accountability because you justified your actions and then you cried.
So I think I can understand why my audience was like, girl, this is not cool. But at the same time, I want to sit here and make excuses for myself and for my past behavior as like a 25-year-old who genuinely was so fucking immature.
I mean, at 25, I wasn't doing those things, and I would say the majority of my audience also wasn't doing those things at 25, so you don't really have an excuse.
Like, I am super immature now as a 34-year-old woman, so imagine how immature I was at 25. So immature, it's insane. But anyways, wow, React Lynn, that was kind of fun, not gonna lie. Now I just want to react to a million different videos, not me turning into a reaction channel. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Alright guys, come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. It was honestly a shit show and it's getting pretty late, so I'm going to have to hurry up and do the foodie video because I want to go to sleep. But thank you for watching again, and hopefully get to see you lovely people in the next video. Bye bye.